Welcome to the Psychology and Physical Training channel. 5 signs she's secretly turned on. Alright fellas, let's get straight to it. Have you ever been around a woman and wondered, is she feeling me like that? You know that feeling, right? Where the energy shifts, things get a little heated, and you can practically feel the electricity in the air. But here's the thing, women are masters of subtlety. They might not always come right out and say what they're feeling, especially when it comes to attraction. Here's the truth. Women won't always say when they're turned on, but they'll definitely show it. Their bodies and minds give off these subtle cues, these little hints that scream, I'm into you, if you know what to look for. And that's what we're diving into today. And today, I'm breaking down 5 undeniable signs that a woman is feeling that deep attraction for you, when her body and mind are screaming, yes, even if her words don't say it outright. These are the signs that cut through the noise, the ones that tell you without a shadow of a doubt that she's feeling the heat. So if you've ever questioned whether a woman is secretly turned on by you, pay close attention. You don't want to miss this. Fellas, one of the first things you'll notice when a woman is turned on is a change in her voice. It's like a switch flips and suddenly her entire demeanor shifts. Why? Because attraction isn't just a mental game, it's deeply rooted in our biology. When a woman is feeling it, her body naturally responds and her voice is often the first giveaway. You see, when she's genuinely into you, her voice will soften. It becomes smoother, more alluring. It's as if her words are coated in velvet, drawing you in closer. And her pitch? It might drop ever so slightly, taking on a lower, more seductive tone. But it's not just about the pitch, it's about the pace as well. She'll start speaking slower, more deliberately, as if she's savoring every word she utters. It's her way of holding your attention, of making sure you hang on to every syllable. And sometimes, fellas, you might even catch a hint of that bedroom voice. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that sultry, husky tone that sends shivers down your spine. This, my friends, is her subconscious at work, whispering her desire without her even realizing it. So the next time you're with a woman and you notice that her voice takes on this new, captivating quality, pay attention. It's a huge sign that she's feeling the heat. Don't underestimate the power of a woman's voice, gentlemen. It's a weapon of seduction, and when she's using it on you, trust me, you'll feel it. Alright gents, let's talk about a sign that's as subtle as it is powerful, self-touch. Now before your mind goes there, let me be clear. I'm not talking about anything overtly sexual. This is about the small, subconscious gestures that speak volumes about her attraction. You see, when a woman is turned on, her body goes through a series of physiological changes. Her heart rate increases, her blood flow quickens, and she experiences a surge of energy. And one of the ways this manifests is through a desire for self-soothing, for subtle touches that release some of that building tension. So what should you be looking for? Keep an eye out for how she interacts with her own body. Does she play with her hair, twirling a strand around her finger as she talks to you? Does she lightly graze her lips or neck with her fingertips, as if lost in thought? Does she adjust her clothes even when they don't need adjusting, drawing attention to her curves? These seemingly innocent gestures are anything but random. They're a subconscious way for her to release some of the nervous energy that comes with attraction. It's like her body is saying, hey, I'm feeling this and I need to do something with all this excitement. And here's the kicker, fellas. She's often completely unaware that she's even doing it. It's just her body's natural response to the attraction she's feeling. So, the next time you're with a woman and you notice her engaging in these subtle self-touches, take note. It's a major sign that she's feeling the heat. Chapter 3. The Rhythm of Desire. Decoding her breath. This next sign is one that most guys completely miss, but once you know what to look for, you'll never unsee it. Fellas, I'm talking about her breath. That's right. The way a woman breathes can tell you a lot about what's going on beneath the surface, especially when it comes to attraction. You see, when a woman is turned on, her body goes into overdrive. Her pulse quickens, her blood pumps faster, and her body craves more oxygen to fuel these heightened sensations. And this increased oxygen demand translates directly into a change in her breathing pattern. So what should you be listening for? First, you might notice that her breaths become slightly deeper, more pronounced. It's as if her body is trying to take in more of you, more of the moment with every inhale. You might even see her chest rise and fall a little more dramatically, emphasizing her femininity. And here's a subtle cue that's often overlooked, her lips. When a woman is aroused, her lips might part slightly, as if she's taking in the sight of you, savoring the moment. It's a subtle but powerful indicator that she's feeling the heat. Now I know what you're thinking. Matthew, am I really supposed to stare at a woman's chest and analyze her breathing? And the answer is, not necessarily. These changes are often subtle, but once you start paying attention, you'll begin to notice them unconsciously. The key is to be aware, to tune into her body language and pick up on those subtle shifts that indicate a deeper attraction. So the next time you're with a woman and you sense that energy shifting, pay attention to her breath. It might just reveal more than you think. Chapter 4. The Magnetic Pull, She Can't Stay Away. Now gentlemen, let's talk about a sign that's less about subtle cues and more about straight-up action physical proximity. You see, when a woman is attracted to you, she won't be content to admire you from afar. She'll find ways to close the gap, to get closer to you, both physically and emotionally. Why? Because attraction is like a magnetic force, drawing two people together. And when a woman is feeling it, she'll subconsciously, or sometimes very consciously, gravitate towards you. So how does this manifest itself in real-life situations? Well, for starters, she'll find excuses to be near you. If you're at a party, she'll somehow end up in your orbit, striking up a conversation or simply lingering in your vicinity. And when you are talking, pay attention to how she positions herself. Does she lean in when you speak, as if she can't get close enough to hear your every word? Does she accidentally brush her arm or leg against yours, creating a fleeting moment of physical contact? These seemingly insignificant touches are anything but accidental, my friends. They're her way of testing the waters, of seeing how you respond to her touch. And here's the thing, the more attracted she is, the bolder her moves will become. She might move closer even when there's plenty of space, as if defying the laws of personal space. She might even find reasons to touch you more deliberately, like placing her hand on your arm when she laughs at your jokes, or fixing your collar as an excuse to get closer. The key is to pay attention to these signals and respond accordingly. If she's leaning in, lean in a little closer yourself. If she brushes against you, let your hand linger for a moment longer than necessary. The point is to acknowledge her advances and escalate the tension, creating a delicious sense of anticipation. Chapter 5. The Language of the Eyes. When her gaze speaks volumes. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, and when it comes to attraction, fellas, this couldn't be truer. You see, a woman's eyes can tell you everything you need to know about how she's feeling, even if her words say otherwise. When a woman is turned on, her gaze transforms. It becomes more intense, more focused, as if she's trying to drink you in with her eyes alone. And trust me, you'll feel it. It's like her gaze is a physical touch sending shivers down your spine. So what are the telltale signs that her eyes are giving her away? First and foremost, she'll hold your gaze for longer than usual. Normal eye contact lasts for a few seconds at most, but when she's attracted to you, those seconds will stretch into an eternity. And it's not just about the duration of the eye contact, it's about the quality. Her eyes might soften, taking on a dreamy, almost hypnotic quality. Her pupils might dilate slightly, making her eyes look darker and more inviting. And here's a little secret, watch out for the triangle gaze. This is when she looks from one of your eyes to the other, then down to your lips, and back up again. It's a subconscious way of signaling her desire, of drawing attention to those areas that she finds most alluring. Now here's the important part, gentlemen. When you notice a woman looking at you like this, don't shy away from her gaze. Meet her eyes with confidence, hold her gaze for a beat longer than you normally would, and let the tension build. You see, eye contact is a powerful form of nonverbal communication, and when used correctly, it can create an incredible sense of intimacy and connection. So, the next time you're with a woman and you feel that spark, let your eyes do the talking. Alright fellas, those were the 5 biggest signs that a woman is turned on by you. We talked about the changes in her voice, the subtle self-touches, the shifts in her breathing, the magnetic pull that draws her closer, and the undeniable power of her gaze. Now here's the question, have you ever noticed these signs before? Have you ever been in a situation where you felt that undeniable chemistry, that electric tension, but you weren't sure if you were reading the signs correctly? Drop a comment below and let me know. Because trust me, once you start paying attention to these little things, you'll never look at women the same way again. You'll start to see the subtle ways they communicate their desire, and you'll be able to respond with confidence and charisma. And of course, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because the next video, it's gonna take your game to a whole new level. See you in the next one.